Okay, moving on straight towards game 2, first half we go. It seems like we're going to be in Moonlit, excuse me, Sacred Heart Hospital. It's going to be first a Fire Investigator and Mechanic banned. Meanwhile, Ivy here will be banned instead of a Goatman. It seems like we think that BcRen doesn't have a Goatman, but even with that, we're still going to use characters that can counter Goatman. The Psycho and the Anti-Current here, first 2 picks here, will become the next ban. We're still missing a Rescuer here. So you could go Merc if you want to, or there is still that chance of Gravekeeper who can contain. But it seems like we're going to go with a perma ban on towards that Professor instead. Professor is, I would say Professor is like a dark horse. He, if done well, he can 100% counter Hula Blue, he can 100% counter Goldman. Well, Hula Blue is kind of a questionable statement, but Goldman definitely yes, since Hula Blue is currently in permabans alongside with Cordy, Puppeteer, and First Officer. Last pick here, we're just missing one Rescuer. It seems like we're going to go forward instead. Okay then, now the question is, will we go Goatman here or not for BC then? With this type of bans as well, you can't really say, right? You can't really say that it's good or it's bad, because these type of bans are kind of bog basic. Like you see Mercenary, Mechanic, and Seer, they should be banned regardless of what happens. And it's, well, I guess when you ban Mech, it just depends on a Hunter too. Are we afraid of being Cypher Rushed? Yes, we are. Whose Hunter is that? Goatman, Ivy, maybe not Opera, but Ivy definitely yes. But also at the same time, I guess you can leech on towards the doll and then get the hit on towards the doll early if you can, but that's still just so much time wasted. Even so, moving on straight towards the Hunter side though. From the Hunter side, it seems like we're going to run Wax Artist instead. However, I do feel like if you initially wanted to play Wax Artist, that mechanic doesn't really have to be banned. Well, no, it's Hospital. Oh, right, it's Hospital. Oh, right, now I realize it is Hospital after all, so Mech might just need to be banned no matter what happens there. So with this type of team comp as well, it depends on what Wax Artist decides to do. You could run Peepers just to lock them in one area by slowing down their movement speed, or even just to slow down their vaulting speed as well. But with this, right, we can't forget that Professor recently did get a buff in which he can cancel stun effects, such as Gamekeeper's traps, such as Wax Artist stuns, such as Disciple and stuns. So he's still that character that has a chance in countering quite a lot of the Hunter's items. However, moving straight on towards the area selection mode, here we go. It seems like we're going to be able to see it's going to be anti-current spawning on the right hand side towards the entrance of Shack. Meanwhile, you're able to see the forward here near Birdcage Gate. We should be leaving, I would say it probably would have been better to leave yeah, it is better to leave Psycho in ruins and then let the 2-story be given towards Dash Professor. But it seems like for BcRen, we're going to be spawning here at top right near the entrance of ruins. So with that in mind, there is a few spots that you can run towards too. However, it is still pretty dependent on how well we can land these waxes, because like Hospital is just one of those maps where if it's a really good containment area, you can't really land wax that easily, and that is where Psycho is located at right now too. So with that in mind, for persona wise, it's quadruple flywheel, no Titan here it seems, and it's going to be Wax Artist, Trumpet Detention alongside with Peepers. If you're running Peepers, these survivors can pull distance, so we have to be very careful. This will be game 2, first half between TP and LW. TP currently 1 win up with a point difference of 7-2, and let's move on straight towards the game. Onwards we go. It is S tier Wax Artist, and with an S tier Wax Artist like this, it seems like our it seems like we're not, well, no, we are, okay, we are going to go after Psychologist here, it seems, but Psycho being able to rotate straight towards 2-story, and Professor getting out of 2-story just helps out quite a lot too. Depending on what we want to do here, there is no quenching effect, unfortunately. However, we do see where Psycho is, but as long as Psycho just stays here and not drop the pallet down, she does have quite a lot of space to play around in. And of course, if she just runs towards the window right now, you would get wax, but even with a 100 stack there, look, you still waste quite a bit of time, and now you're able to rotate back in towards, not church, but hospital again. So like, with this, yes, Peepers is still in hospital. However, Psycho, because of the fact that she can rotate towards Birdcage right now, it's just so much time bought for herself. It's 64 stacks here. We did try and lock the window as much as we can, but there's just long walls, pallets. It's not something that's really easy for you to counter anyway. Anyhow, 88%, we're able to get a lot of stacks on ourselves. However, even so, I feel like for Wax Artist, you could just walk past the pallet and try get a hit because, like, I mean, she is going to be stunned anyway, so why not? But for now, we're going to be able to get a stack of 92. Ford coming in with a full ball. That's going to be a brilliant stun. And Psycho, we just need to rotate out as much as we can. We didn't really get that flywheel to cancel the stun, but Psycho, ooh, the wax did manage to drop down by a little bit too. However, another 12 seconds until we actually get our blob wax here once again. I do feel like right now, it would be better if it's possible that we should just focusing on I feel like hitting nice. I felt like hitting Professor there wouldn't be a bad idea because you could change targets if you really want to. We don't have that much wax remaining on our hands as well. For Psycho here, 62 stacks. She's gonna go down here just about on time. That's a very nice pallet mind game there from Wax Artist, and it's 2 minutes into the game. Okay. There's some bad news, and the bad news is the cipher machines are on the other side of the map. There's only like 2 ciphers here. And the last cipher in hospital still hasn't been decoded just yet. So right around now for Chem, we would be able to lock over that forward cipher machine, and then Professor being the one that has to come in to rescue. Since it is no incidents, if we had incidents, we definitely would have been able to see max presence here. So you know what, it is what it is right now. That is a brilliant, and I mean this, that is a brilliant cancellation down towards the wax, and that's what we want to see as well. With that forward is now nearby. Ford is now nearby. As long as we just provide some sort of assistance and just let Psycho pull out, that's really all what it matters too. However, the stun just isn't long enough. Psycho needs to try cutting as much corners here as possible because we don't want to get like 400 stacks of wax just when Ford harassed a little bit first before with a stun. Not enough. We should have aimed a little bit closer towards the wall, but not outside the wall. Psycho will be stun locked here, and with the Psycho stun lock, that's going to be a normal hit down. Okay. Not too bad overall. For Chem right now, we do still have some time remaining, but with this too, it's more or less just 32 stacks. Forward doesn't really have bunny balls left. There's only 1 cipher machine remaining too, and I do think as long as we can just stall for a little bit more time, Professor can get the cipher machine started, and there's 2 survivors nearby too to harass. Okay, so I guess we're going to be really dependent on these 2 survivors body blocking. And Wax Artist doesn't really have that much wax remaining on his hands too. I would say as well, Professor did do pretty well with the assist too. However, a little bit worried about Anti-Courier here. We're going to chair a little bit further away. Breaking the pallet would be good, but the cipher machine is already at 30% and accelerated decoding has started too. So, with that in mind, it seems like Ford has to look for an item first. I do think Ford has enough time to look for an item. But he just wants to become the main base here, and he is max health after all, so it's not too much of a bad decision. There is quite a lot of wax on Duos list Forward right now, but Anti-Current is also nearby. So we're just going to try stalling as much time here as possible. We don't want to really get a 2 survivor injured, but that will be a pushback number 1. We do have a blob box here we could use if you want to injure anyone here, but hitting the Anti-Current is something that you have to do. Like, I mean, if you want to do it, like, you don't have a choice. It's not something you have to do, but you just don't have a choice. Because if Anti-Current stays there, you're going to take a long time to catch up towards the Psycho anyways. However, right around now, we could just pop open a cipher machine right after that hot wax too. So, we're just going to have to see how the Survivor does here. If you can get 100 stack wax and then normal hit maybe. Okay, cipher machine will be popped. Okay, that's a 4-man endgame for TP Survivor. That's really nicely done here for TP Survivor. LW. Oh, Ren, do we have enough time here? Ren. Oh, we can't vault over. We do have teleport though, but the gate will be opened if we decide to chair here. Well, that's around 70%. Anti-Current does have flutes. It doesn't really matter here. We teleport, there's flutes. We teleport. Oh, guess who's nearby? Anti-Current. Hello, Anti. No, and then you know what? There's not even a need. Let's congratulate the 3-man escape here. Moving on straight towards second half. Second half isn't going to be any more different. We did manage to see the Knight ban there alongside with Priestess. However, from a Survivor side, you could ban Goatman there too. And now you have quite a few choices. You either go up against an Ivy or an Opera, or maybe if you want to go up against Molly's Lizard. However, for now, we're going to be able to see the Anti-Current and the Seer coming out alongside with Cordy here being banned next. We are missing a few Rescuers here, so First Officer isn't a bad choice, especially when you're going up against Ivy nor Opera. Last ban has to be somewhat of a soft assist or decoder. We could potentially get rid of Aeroplanist since that is kind of what Japan likes to play with, or if you want to in a team comp like this as well. I mean, they got rid of aeroplanes, but I was about to say Acrobat since he does work really well on a map like this. But in that case, Survivor can choose Acrobat in exchange then. But no, we're gonna go for Fire Investigator here. I guess Fire Investigator is good too. Acrobat isn't bad, but I guess Fire Investigator can contain, can support, so there's the reason why he was chosen as well. With that, Molly has to play Ivy here, I think, because you can't really play Opera against a Seer comp. So with that, Molly, what are we going to choose? We're going to choose Ivy regardless of what happens, and then in towards the area selection mode we go. It will be Seer on the right, Anti-Current in the middle, Moko here as the Fire Investigator on top, and of course Kono at bottom as First Officer. Molly will be spawning inside Shack. And with this in mind, the persona will be a double Titan here on both First Officer and Anti-Current. Meanwhile, you are able to see Fire Investigator with Flywheel alongside with Seer. Molly will be playing Instant Detention alongside with Blink. Last game, it was a 3-man escape. This game, as long as Molly guarantees a 1-man elimination, we can move on towards round 3. If we tie here, it will just be a game over already for LW, and TP will take the win. In towards the game we go. Molly here will be going straight towards will be going straight towards Alpha here, his teams, who is playing Seer. It's more of a surprise that Seer didn't rotate out early, because usually you should, but Seer does have an owl here as well. It depends on how well Molly controls this Ivy as well. But even if you do want to get some map control on, it's more or less just Seer's pulling more and more distance away because of the factor doing that too. So right around now, we seem like we want to use our Phantom Body to catch up, but Seer might just get out of range here and drop down and just lose the stacks he originally had. So we still have to be pretty careful. On the side of Molly too, now the only issue is the fact that Seer has an owl, Seer has the owl ready, and for Seer here, right, if you do manage to leech on towards the Seer Wish Wash with the Yi-Tin, with the Phantom, Seer can just get owl out immediately and then force you to hit. But right around now, the owl will come out a little bit early. That's fine. Now all we're waiting here is a blinkish just to get the Seer down. So it just depends on how much distance we can pull between ourselves and the Seer. Seer will not be looking at the window there, but Seer, if possible, he needs to get that stack as soon as possible. Okay, we're gonna use Flywheel there. Ooh, but the blink did miss, unfortunately. Oh no. We're back to square zero then. Okay, we're really back to square zero then. We need to leech on here and then teleport over, and so we can get the hit guaranteed. But with that, we are... Okay, we got 40 stacks there, good news, and that's going to be 57 stacks. Seer can't look back anymore because of that too. And right around now, 2.5 Cypher machines are done. We're currently 97 stack. For Seer right now, you could still rotate around hospital for a while, but Cypher Machines just isn't slowing down. It's almost 2 minutes in towards the game, and this pallet there has been dropped down too. Seer currently at 99 stacks in exchange. Wow, we're cutting it pretty close here. However, the good news here for LW Survivor is that it at least guarantees a tie, and we actually forced ourselves to look at the Ivy there to prevent the wonder stack. So right now, Seer's containment can definitely be prolonged for even longer, but we will be able to leech on towards the Seer here and get the next revelation on ASAP. However, there is a basement nearby, so I guess that is what Seer is worried about too. We can leech over here, and that's going to be Seer. Ooh, we missed the revelation though. Seer, that's a brilliant containment from himself. He doesn't have any owls left, but I would say from Molly's side, there were, if it wasn't for the misblink, I guess it would have definitely been tied. But for now, 2.5 Cypher machines done. Tower Shock down would be a max presence guarantee, but there is still a basement nearby. So I do feel like it's not something. Okay, we're not gonna go basement. Okay. Seems like we want the chair camp here instead. We should teleport towards First Officer. No, we could have teleported. We could have teleported. I felt like we could have corruption transference teleport and then revelation him down. But it seems like we're not willing to do that just yet since the Cypher Machine is almost done. It's going to go straight towards Moko here first. And we will teleport. It's better to tell. Okay, hold on. Can we Revelation? We can. And that's going to be hit on towards Anti-Current. Should we teleport towards Fire Investigator though? I feel like it would be better if we can map control here just a little bit. But it seems like we're looking at Seer here. Instead, Seer will go down ASAP. Right about now, you should teleport over Fire Investigator. You can't anymore. Never mind. He's getting rid of the Ostrakhan. With that, Seer will be going back into where basement is. First officer can't guarantee the rescue. Oh no, Seer's a little bit further away than I thought. Fire Investigator, can we leech on towards him? If we leech on towards him, we need to bring the Yetian back and then teleport towards him because you can't really waste any more time. We can leech. We're gonna have to bring the Yetian back and let's just teleport back. Let's just teleport. Doesn't really matter here anymore. Okay. So right about now, it's all about stalling time. We can save Blink, but it's all about stalling time. It is all about just stalling time. That's going to be head on towards Fire Investigator here. Seer will be rescued. But in exchange for Seer being rescued, can we leech on towards Seer? Where is he right now? He's on the other side of the map. But he still does have... The only issue is he does have Tide Turner. So right now, I think we're just waiting for Tide Turner to end. And we can blink down Seer as soon as possible. You can't leave the Cypher Machine, Molly. You really can't leave the Cypher Machine at all. Because guess who's nearby? It's a Fire Investigator trying to get rid of that Ostrakhan. I'm quite sure there's only like 2 seconds remaining before you fully get rid of it. But right around now, 3 survivors nearby. We will you can just teleport. You know, Molly should leech and teleport. Molly leech, teleport, and blink. Molly leech, teleport, blink, and then she can teleport back towards one of these Ostrakhans in exchange too. I think that will be for the better. I genuinely do think that will be for the better. Are we really not willing to do it? We have to do it here no matter what. Seer's dead on chair. Seer is 100% dead on chair here. If we get rid of the Ostrakhan, it makes it even worse for us. Are we not willing to go after Seer? Right now, the best case does seem like going after Seer would be the best. Because, like, Anti-Current is just slowly decoding. Bast Life Machine is 80-something%, yes. However, it seems like Molly just wants to get rid of the items here first as well. But, like, we do know that Seer does not have knee-jerk reflex. Because he did use Flywheel. And if he's just standing there, I mean, even with a Cypher Machine being popped, there's nothing left they can do. We're trying to... Well, the question now I'm thinking is, what is Molly trying to do? Are we trying to waste items, or are we just trying to look for an opportunity for endgame? Because the more time you waste, the worse it gets. We're currently decoding 2 new Cypher Machines, and Seer is just still standing there. Can we not leech and teleport? Because Anti-Current Cyphers are 70-something%. And you cannot harass 2 Cypher Machines at the same time. I'm going to teleport, leech. Okay, we're on the other side. That's fine. That is fine. It just feels like that could have went way better. I mean, it is 99 stacks EX, but like anti-Cypher Machine is done. You need to understand that it's anti-current Cypher Machine that is done right now, not anyone else's. But at least we'll be able to guarantee the one-man elimination for now, which isn't too bad. But I would say for Molly, it's a bit too slow. You can't really wait for endgame like that. You could try to get first officer down, but in a situation where you could have had an Ostrakhan nearby where the Cypher Machine isn't being decoded, just because of the fact that you were idling around trying to find opportunities, the survivors managed to garner themselves more opportunities as well. But with that, now there is a chance for 4-man escape, isn't there? This is scary now. This is really scary now. But we do have teleport. But even with teleport, that's we're not max presence, but it's okay. It's okay. We have detention too. We move fast as well, but it's just we need a revelation and blink. There we go. And that will be the 1-man elimination guarantee to move on straight towards game 3.